Hey everyone, good morning. Back in my car. I just feel like it's right. I feel like I want to be in my car for the past few days. I don't know why. We'll see how long it lasts. Anyway, good morning. So today I want to talk about, we're not talking about Amazon actually. We're talking about how it's hurting your business. And this is a real thing, okay? I want to talk about this because it is affecting you no matter what platform you sell on. It's not actually related to selling on the Amazon platform, believe it or not. Today's also Friday Q&A. However, if you have a question, go ahead and answer it or, ask it early. Today's Facebook Live, I always say this, but I feel like it never happens. It does have to be short. I have quite a few things to do today, as usual, but in a limited time. I have to end work a little early today. And good morning. And I want to make sure I get enough work done. So again, it won't be very long. So just in case you have missed a few announcements in the past week, let me say this. There's a post down below, not too far down below, where I'm doing a Houston meetup, actually a Katy, Texas meetup. It's right next to Houston. So if you are in this area or the surrounding areas and like to come, I am hosting a mastermind meetup. And it'll be in a private location, so there won't be strangers looking at us. And it'll certainly be fun. I'll provide light food and drinks. And the mastermind meetup pretty much is going to be, well, first of all, we'll chat casually, etc. But we're also going to focus on what your challenges are in business. And I'll be helping you with those challenges and literally providing actionable solutions. It's not just general advice. We'll be going through actionable solutions for you. This mastermind meetup will be similar to as if you were to buy a coaching session from me. So, and it's for free. So it's super, super valuable. Okay. So hopefully if you are in the Houston or surrounding areas, you can come to this. If you can, and you don't see the post down below, go ahead and message me privately and I'll give you all the details and I'll put you on the upcoming list. So that's that. Another thing you might have missed recently is that Etsy has made, some changes. People are, going a little crazy over them. So am I, certainly. I think it's executed all wrong. But if you're like, what are you talking about? I don't know too much about it. Make sure you go down below. It's about shipping costs being added to the price. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. Okay. So you kind of, are up to speed on what's going on. You can certainly ask questions. I don't know all the answers. Some people are asking me for some opinions. I don't quite have opinions yet, particularly about how to execute certain ideas if you're having trouble with this, this test. More importantly, remember, it's just a test. So it has not completely rolled out to the entire platform. You don't quite want to make changes yet. You want to at least give them a benefit of a doubt and see how the test works for you. Not over a span of 1 or 2 days, guys. That's not an adequate test. You want to make sure you give it some more time. Okay, good morning. I still wish flights from or cheaper. Maybe next time. I know, right? Now, here's the thing, guys. If you were like, I would love to fly down or drive, a decent amount of miles to come to you, I absolutely think, and it's up to you, I absolutely think it's worth it. This mastermind session is in the last several hours, well, as long as you can stay. And it'll be a little like a coaching session, and the coaching session is around $200. So, with food and drinks provided, you get to meet a lot of other people. I think it may be worth it depending on where you're coming from. You're more than welcome to come. You obviously don't have to. This is the first meetup I've ever done. When I tried to do one in New York, it didn't quite work out because I picked a day that wasn't a really good day. For most people, I picked a Monday. But the reason why is because the weekends for my trip in New York were not available. I had to spend it with my family, So, good morning. Good morning. Again, we're going to chat about how Amazon is hurting your business. It's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. And it's not really about selling on the Amazon platform. Nothing to do with that. So if you don't sell on the Amazon platform, don't worry. This Facebook Live very much is still relevant for you. Okay, listen up. So I want to give you those two announcements. The next announcement is Google SEO webinar pre-sale is happening next week. Okay, so that is very exciting, obviously, because people have been knocking down my door for it. And it's taking longer than I promised it, only because, well, for very good reason. I have to make sure that it is top notch, and it takes all information I know and presents it in a manner that is very easy to understand, very easy to execute. I'm very excited about the extra bonuses I'm offering. I'll talk more about it in a little bit, but just wanted to give you a heads up. Pre-sale is starting next week. Just to give you a heads up, pre-sale means you buy it before it launches, and then a couple weeks later, it will launch. Okay. So, yeah, Nancy, I would really wish, I would love, I know there's some people driving a fairly long time, about 4 or 5 hours, and I really appreciate that. I think that'll be really, really fun. I certainly think it'll be worth it. So, if you can, come out, get a babysitter, whatever, go ahead and do it. You know, we don't get to, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know what friends you keep or anything like that, but we don't get to meet a lot of in-person entrepreneurs that do the same things we do. So not only will you meet me, you'll meet other people that are coming. There's around 9 or 10 people that already RSVP'd. So I'll be setting another post to remind people, just in case some people missed that post and they're able to come, okay? It is on Saturday, July 29th, so next weekend. And it starts at 2:30 in Katy, Texas. Again, if you want to know the location, go ahead and message me privately or comment in that post, and I'll private message you. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Okay, I don't have too much time, but I want to talk about how Amazon is actually hurting your business. Here's what it has to relate to. So Amazon, okay, and Amazon's been around for such a long time. I have no idea how long, but very, very long time. And the reason why it's hurting your business, guys, is because it is training customers. Here it is. It is training customers to expect things quickly. That's nothing new. We kind of know that. But here's the reality of it, right? So Amazon does a really good job at a lot of things. It's not just getting things quickly. It's not just 2-day shipping. I don't expect you guys to take this Facebook Live and go, Amazon is training my customers about 2-day shipping. I must offer 2-day shipping. Not necessarily. Hold it back. I mean, you can, obviously, but there's a few other ways it's training your customer. Expecting things much quicker. So let's talk about processing times. Customer service. A lot of people get angry about Amazon's customer service. I want to remind people that you are selling on the Amazon platform. And sure, we don't want them to be very, very unreasonable with our customers, but they are setting an expectation that customer service comes first. If you're unhappy with your purchase, you can return it, so on and so forth. This is the reason why they succeeded. If they never implemented that and other things on the Amazon platform, you could probably expect that they wouldn't be as successful as they are now. If that is the case and you try to sell on Amazon, maybe you wouldn't be as successful as you are now. Let's talk about me, for example. I sell on Amazon. I do very, very well, guys. Okay. I make easily 5 figures a month on that. Okay. What that means is 10,000 or more. Some months a little bit less, but certainly very close. If Amazon didn't run the platform the way they did, I probably wouldn't make that much. So I have no problem playing the game with Amazon in respects to high, selling fees. They give, higher sell fees than most other platforms. Playing by the rules regarding customer service, returns, etc. I do have certain return policies that Amazon will allow because I have custom items, but you get the drift, right? So I'm trying to play the game. And I'm okay with these high fees. Now, do I wish it was less? Sure. But I'm the last to complain because I am selling on their platform. They built it to the success that they are. And I go on there, I list items, and they are the ones that are driving traffic. I don't have to work on my own traffic. And you know what that's about, right? We're doing email lists, we're doing Google, we're doing social media just to drive our own traffic. And that I still want you to do. But just understand that Amazon has built this monster, literally #1 e-commerce platform online, and you have to pay for it, in many different ways. So even if you don't sell on the platform, which is a lot to do with this Facebook Live, it's training customers to expect things quicker and great customer service. There's a few other platforms that do that. Can anybody tell me? I hope you guys are very aware of maybe not your direct competitors, but businesses out there that are really training customers with higher expectations. Who out there, you don't have to shop with them, I'm just wondering if you know who they are. I can think of another particular business who, you know, has set the bar really high for customer service. Who do you think those retailers are? Online, particularly online. You could do some, actually if you want, you could do some in-person ones as well, but most people do sell online. Can you tell me another retailer that actually sets the bar very high regarding customer service? Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, a lot of months are 10K. Holiday season completely blows it out like 4, 5, 6 times, believe it or not. And then some months are a little bit lower. It's just, you know, my slow months, which is fine. Are most of your products on Amazon offered FBA, or do you fulfill them yourself? Great question, Mary. That's a fantastic question. I was talking to my sister last night about a few things. No, I don't do FBA at all. I'm going to get in it in the next several months because I have items that, well, most of my items are customizable, right? I do have some items that are not customizable, which is some of my wedding cards. The reason why I neglected to put them in FBA, which I still might not do because of the low price point. I do have to hire the price in order for it to work, but I have to double check with the FBA calculator, etc. I was talking to my sister about it not too long ago because, well, last night, yesterday, the day before, because her product, she had a lot of concerns about shipping it, you know, FBA and having it in the warehouse because of her type of product. And I said to her, you know, I know we talked about it before and you declined, but you have to give it a try. You have to try at least your 3 popular SKUs, 2 popular SKUs, get it done, ship it out and see how it goes. I said, you know, I told her, she was telling me some things. I'm like, Medj, I said, you know, I don't know everything, but I certainly know Amazon. I know Etsy, I know Amazon. I said, you're doing fairly okay on Amazon right now. She's pretty happy with it. She wants, of course, more. But I said, do you know how much you would increase on your product, particularly if you were to do FBA? I said, you have to give it a shot. I said, you're making this much, you could be making this much, you know? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, you know what? You'll never know if you don't try. It doesn't really hurt. So she's actually gonna send in a few FBA shipments this weekend. And of course, after Amazon kind of puts it in, we'll see, you know? Hold on. I'm very excited for her because some of us have customizable products. It's fairly hard to do FBA. You could do fulfillment by, you could do Prime, but fulfilled by seller. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's a very tricky thing if you sell fairly low price products, similar to myself. You know, if I sold a set of 50 stationery, then maybe it might work, but I sell sets of 10. And I can't guarantee everybody's going to buy more than a set of 10. Nonetheless, to answer your question, no, I don't do FBA. This money is being made because I fulfill it myself. Okay, I'm a whiz kid at getting to the top of search, having great products, having great customer service, having quick turnaround time, which has a lot to do with the Facebook Live. So a lot of people wrote what companies have really set the bar high, right? And again, this Facebook Live is about how Amazon's hurting your business, but really all these companies you guys are listing are the same exact thing, give or take. Somebody wrote Nordstrom, absolutely. Land's End, I know what Land's End is, but I'm not familiar with their customer service. Target does 1-year warranty on their kids' clothing now. Whoa, Brittany. Well, first of all, that's interesting if that's true. Second, I'm not sure how, that's crazy. I'm not sure how advertised that is to customers. So while if that's true, but I'm not sure how much people know about that, you know? Yes, Tanya. Tanya mentioned Zappos. I've never bought from Zappos. I'm not a shoe hoarder of any kind. I'm very simple. I have a few different shoes and that's it. But yes, indeed, it is very much, like Amazon. Now I'm going to kind of throw this out there, but I don't know exactly. I haven't done my research. I believe, okay, don't quote me. I believe the head Amazon guy, what was his name? I forgot his name. It was trying to buy Zappos, or has bought Zappos, but I think it was, I forget. But for a very good reason. What is his name? I forgot his name. Can anybody tell me this guy's name? I literally know it and it's slipping my mind. I think he did buy. I think they did buy it, but I'm not 100% sure, or they wanted to. Anyway, the head of Amazon very much knows that how valuable Zappos is. Similar to I know how valuable Amazon is, so I sell on it. You know, you obviously can't sell on Zappos, but you get the idea. Jen says, what's FBA? FBA is fulfillment by Amazon, meaning I'm fulfillment by seller. When I get an order, I fulfill the order. When other sellers get an order, they ship all their products to a warehouse and Amazon fulfills it. The benefit to FBA, which is that to fill it by the thing, you don't have to fill anything. The order comes in, Amazon takes care of it. You literally just sit back, okay? And the best part is it offers Prime shipping to Prime customers, which is fantastic, okay? Stacy, I had a great customer experience with Lego. My kids were missing some pieces and it was so easy to reach customer service and get the pieces on their way. Super friendly, no waiting on hold. Want to kind of piggyback on that. Somebody posted yesterday, it was David? Yeah, about customer service, and he posted that he just took care of the customer. It's just common sense. And I want to tell you a caveat to that. Not always do customers turn around and say, thank you so much for taking care of it. Some customers, you do the best you can and they still don't change your review. They still are mean or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the right thing to do. And I was so refreshed to see quite a few comments in that thread to say, I'm not the only person that really, really thinks customer service, you know? Part of doing business is you will lose some money trying to take care of the people that are missing orders, you know? It was just so refreshing to see that. Had the just started FBA and my top sellers, okay, great. And just started to sell FBA, love it. And just for the record, you know, it's not for everyone, FBA, but if you have a non-customized product and you've been selling a while and you know what your top sellers are, absolutely get it over there. Absolutely. When I do the upgrade to the Amazon webinar soon, there will be a fulfillment by Amazon section. I was supposed to do it last time I had it out, but I failed to do it because I had no FBA products. So it was very hard to show you how to do it. I know how to do it because I've walked through the process with several other sellers, but I wasn't able to actually show you live because I don't have FBA products myself. But this time around, I'm going to do some, regardless if I end up continuing with it or not, just to show you. Hold on. There you go, Jeff Bezos. I knew it was Bezos, but I'm like, what's his first name? I believe with a J. I was going to call him John. I wasn't sure. Okay, cool. LL Bean's incredible. Love it. Wow, took my husband's shoes back because they ripped years later and replaced. First of all, intense, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And look at that. A lot of people mention LL Bean. You see that? That's what they want. They want people to talk about them. Okay? I've always been super accommodating and always friendly with customers, but recently I had a customer email me with a very abusive and personal, hurtful email. That is crossing the line with me. Do you have a line that can't be crossed? You know, I never had a customer cross a line. But for me, the line that would be crossed is cursing, which I've never had a customer do. That is a personal attack with cursing. You know, my target customer, I'm just going to call it out like how it is. They have, for the most part, their etiquette is top notch because of the type of product I sell. It's just how it is. You may not have that, and that's fine. And if you do run across a customer, I think cursing or threatening, but threatening not like, I'm going to give you a bad review. That's something different. I do have a very high tolerance for customer service because of the experience I've had over many years. I worked in Bloomingdale's, guys. That stuff was always about customer service. We had a customer service score every day. We checked it. We talked about it. It was intense. It was not just back alley customer service. We really believed it in our hearts. When we talked about a story that we really helped a customer, it was really highly looked upon. Then I moved over to Neiman Marcus, same idea, okay? Then I moved over to Macy's, a very, very large store, and same idea. We looked at customer service scores, which is, of course, is a sister company of Bloomingdale's, and it was the training that I've had, and I've always known that. I've always seen the outcome of great customer service, you know? Anyway, so before I continue reading comments, I want to say something. Yes, Barbara, I'm very excited for the Amazon webinar update. Definitely needs an upgrade, right? So Amazon's training your customers. Amazon and many of these other places, okay? And here's the deal. You may say, Dahlia, I get it. You want faster processing times from me. That's one of the biggest things, right? Because Amazon customers want things quickly, and a lot of people are getting trained that way. You might say, Dahlia, you know what? My stuff takes a week to make. You know, my stuff takes 2 weeks to make because I have all these orders coming in. What could I do? You know, the customer didn't tell me she needed it quickly. If she did, I would have bumped her up, no problem. Here's the deal. You know, don't take this as a personal attack, guys. I'm the messenger. The market has trained your customers, especially if you're in a market that fairly gets their items out quickly. If you are having a custom furniture piece made and you're buying a customer furniture piece, I can't expect, like if I was buying a customer furniture piece, I can't expect that thing to be shipped out next day the second I buy it. It's being custom made. There's some things that customers understand will take time, some that don't. They don't care that you have, you know, weeks and weeks worth of orders not being completed. They don't care. Not in a mean way, but just what it is. They don't care that you have 4 kids to take care of and you're old dad and you also have a part-time job. Who knows what's going on in your life? Maybe you don't have any of those. Maybe you're just still backed up because you're tired, you're sick or whatever. You know, they don't know, nor do they care. This is a business, right? But here's the reality. The market doesn't care, okay? So you might say, Dahlia, okay, no problem. The market doesn't care, right? And I get that. But I still have these things on my plate. What do I do? Well, of course, there's a few different things you could do. Hire help, figure out, you know, how to make your process faster. Because, you know, guys, when I first started, I thought there's no way I can make my process faster. There's absolutely no way. I figured it out. And till this day, we're figuring it out. We're figuring out things to make it faster. I told my assistant the other day, actually, because something came up, and I was like, we're not trying to make quality go down. I said, you have to find, and we work together, we find a balance between speed and quality, but quality does not go down, you know? So we're still, you know, working on things, right? But I just want to make clear that if eventually you go and years and years and you're still doing this and you can't quite figure out how to match the market and processing times or whatever it is, the market will kick your ass. I know you're kind of hurt, especially if you're out there saying, crap, I'm that person that the market's going to kick my ass. I'm the person that has these long processing times. I'm the person that has, you know, people waiting 2 weeks for a mug. I'm the person, you know, whatever it is. If you at least don't accept the fact that you have to speed up, because maybe you're not going to figure it out tomorrow. I'll tell you that. That's okay. As long as you have it on your mind. How do you figure it out over time? How do you research to make process quicker? Whatever it is. If you don't have it on your mind and you're being closed-minded, I'm just telling you, you probably won't survive. Now, the only loophole, guys, which is don't count on loopholes, right? Don't count on these. The only way you'll survive if something really big happens. You know, you're a wizard at marketing, right? So people will wait for your product. Or you have a product that really, really solves a pain point, right? Like a really, really dire need, right? Like, for example, people spend tons on their wedding, or people spend tons on their babies when they're about to be born, right? Those are certain pain points. There's other things, right? But if yours doesn't really solve a pain point, then people probably won't wait, especially if there's similar products out there. Just calling you out, okay? The market doesn't care. If you don't keep up with the market, don't be the person that complains in these Facebook groups saying, oh, why they don't read the description. Yeah, we get it. Some people don't read it. Not everybody does. Some people do. But their expectation was something different, okay? The market's training them. If you can't keep up, it's tough, right? Tough shit. You might be like, that sucks, Dahlia. That's not really good advice. Well, it actually is the truth, okay? I'm telling you to speed up your processing times. I'm telling you to at least accept the fact that you have to figure something out. If you're accepting it, then great, okay? But if you're not, right, or something of the sort, then the market doesn't care. The market will beat you out. And this game that we're playing, right, customer service, speedy processing times, getting customers happy, etc., the game will beat you. And the game is not for everyone. So what does that really mean in English? That means some of us may not survive business. You know, I've been in business for 5-6 years. I'm doing fairly well, so I think I'm going to continue. But there's possibilities that some of us will go for a couple years and then eventually it kicks our ass and we're done. And that's okay. You know, we're not a failure if that happens. We do something else, right? Or we go work for somebody and that's fine. I'm just telling you that if you don't start to play this game, okay, guys, I'm giving you fair warning because I care about you guys. If you don't start to play this game, you will be beat out. And it's just the reality of it. It's not because it's my opinion. It's the reality of the market. Okay, Tanya, let's read this. Sometimes I see comments are kind of aggressive toward customers who make mistakes. Wrong shipping, lost item. I see fixing those mistakes for them a way of caring and gain trust within your target market, even if I lost a product by sending a replacement for lost items. So I agree with you. And it's not just a way of caring for that one customer, it's training yourself for other situations, okay? It's training yourself how to improve your process. You know, for whatever, I don't know, just giving you an example, right? If you get a lot of damaged packages, you're like, not my fault. First of all, it's your fault. But how do you fix your packaging, right? So learning from these mistakes, learning from this feedback. Yes, sure, you know, go ahead and vent a little bit. I'm cool with that. You know, it's cool. We're talking amongst ourselves when we're in our group. But as long as it's more constructive, like, you know, haha, look at this customer, what she said, but for real, guys, how do I improve this? Or what do I say back to her? Because I don't really know how to phrase it correctly, you know, and, you know, etc. As long as we are doing what we need to get a step closer to better customer service. You don't have to jump leaps and bounds. Some of us do, some of us don't. That's fine, as long as you're slowly progressing. If you're coming into, you know, forums or groups saying, oh, this customer, blah, blah, and sometimes it's hard to see it. Sometimes you have to remember that if you're a customer and this happened to you, you maybe would react the same way, okay? I remember I got short shipped on my envelopes. Every time we order like tons of envelopes. We order $1,000 worth of envelopes every few months. And one time my husband takes the inventory when it comes in, he checks over the invoice, makes sure everything's there. One time he felt one of the boxes was much lighter. Each envelope box has a certain amount. It was like, not half, but like a little bit more than half. He's like, this is short, you know, short. I checked the amount, he checked the amount, it was definitely short. I called, I was so angry. Why did I automatically get on the phone and was already angry? I didn't give anybody a chance, right? I'm a seller, I get it, right? I was like, this happened, I didn't know why this happened. I was like, I was more upset that who knows how much times they short ship me, right? How this mistake happen? You know, that's what I was upset about mostly, because I buy so much envelopes. I don't have time to count this crap. She handled it so simply and like a pro, okay? It was so simple, and I was like, I needed to calm down. But look at me, I'm a customer. I buy supplies, and look how I reacted. I was so upset. They immediately shipped it right away. I mean, a few ways they took care of me, and I'm like, all right. Now, my husband does double check in a different way now, but I'm learning from it, right? I'm learning from this. But just understand, we're customers too, and we do get upset. Now, some of us have higher, you know, more tolerance than others, but some of us don't. Some of us will get upset if something comes damaged and the company doesn't want to take care of us, guys. Come on. Some of us do expect things to come fairly quickly. Some of us do read descriptions, some of us don't, you know? Depending on what selling platform you are, sometimes the description is hard to read if they're not used to that platform. So just automatically, you know, think the customer is out to get you, it's kind of silly. They don't know you. Why would they be out to get you, guys? I have a 6-day business turnaround time, and I've been feeling pressure to make it faster than that. Most of the time, people are okay with that, but I always have a few people that message me on day 4 to 5 asking me about their orders. You know, Mary, regardless, I'm not sure what your process is. I don't know anything. If you are like, there's no way, the things I make may take time to like dry, or I don't know. Always keep in mind that you want to figure out how to make your processing times go quicker. But in this event, let's say you can't make it go quicker by tomorrow. Maybe your gig is, hey, emailing them and messaging them on the 3rd day, 2nd day, saying, hey, everything's, you know, scheduled, you know, going as scheduled. It'll be shipping on this day. Maybe that's your solution. I don't know, but learning from these things, you know, no matter what it is, learning from it. And if you find that that's still not enough, you know, if you try it for several months, then maybe you do still work on things to make it quicker. I don't know. You know, some people, the reason why we hate sellers that sell mass-produced items, because they sell it for cheaper and they get out much quickly, it's just for that reason alone. They're killing our market, because, you know, I can't, you know, if I was, you know, I don't know, like, if a jewelry piece takes us 3 days to make, which is kind of ridiculous, but I'm just saying, but another seller that's selling it mass-produced can ship it out immediately. Yeah, we're upset because they're beating us, right? They're making it quickly for obvious, it's not handmade, obviously, but that's the reality of it. It's what the market wants, you know? Mary would recommends one thing that people with long processing times can do, maybe send a progress purchase to the customer to keep them updated. It's about what they order. I think that's really great, especially if it's a custom order. That could lead to issues, meaning, oh, I want this change, I want this change. But for getting pictures, just progress emails, I think that will be good enough. I think sending pictures may make the customer more involved than you want them to. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, you might want to try it. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Either way, you're trying something. I think progress emails is definitely the way to go. More progress emails would definitely be the way to go if you have very, very, very expensive items. So my friend sells wedding invitations. Obviously, when she books a client, it's thousands of dollars. There's definitely emails back and forth throughout the time it's being produced. It just is. It's just the brides want, especially the target customer, they want to know where they are with the process. Okay? I have a custom product and was getting so many orders, I was scheduled out months. Solution, I raised my prices. I prefer to spend time making something really special. Where is it here? For those who understand the weight and appreciate the end result. That's just me. If somebody really wants it sooner, the price is much higher. I'm actually happy getting a fewer sales at a higher price. Right or wrong, works for me. I mean, that's true. I mean, I think increasing price will definitely help. I know, Stacey, I've done a session with you before. I've done, shop critique, and there's, some opportunities with your business model. I think we both know that. So the solution probably won't come in this Facebook Live, but just understand that something has to give in your business model because of how long the process is. And yes, it is a very special piece. So that's the leg up that you have, right? Super custom made, very, very custom made. It's not like mine custom made. But this is very, very particular. But the increasing of the price may happen, maybe, I'm not sure if your customers have Twitter, maybe the Twitter, people could follow your Twitter account to get updates on their order. Maybe, I don't know, there's ways to kind of, make it work. I think you have to try ways. I think you have to say, okay, let me increase price, or let me start to do follow-up emails. Having a processing time of months is very difficult because, if you're okay with the money you're making now, Stacey, fantastic. But if you're not, then how do you scale? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're out, if you're scheduled out months for orders, and this is for anybody, by the way, weeks or months, and you're currently making, let's say, $1,000 a month, but you want to make $5,000, you can't do that with this type of business model, right? If you schedule out months, you'll be scheduled out a couple of years in order to make that amount of money, right? So you got to play around with the numbers. You got to play around with things, and I know we talked in detail. So, in Stacey, even the stuff I recommended to you and the idea, that you have, if you implement it soon, it's not going to take overnight to change, right? As long as you're working toward a solution of some sort, even if you keep it long processing time, maybe not months, maybe a couple of weeks, as long as it's a solution of some sort. And I think it's nice to say, oh, it takes this long, to catch up. But my recommendation for you, this is personal recommendation. I don't know how long your processing time is right now. I don't think it's months right now, but I think however you're going to do it, you need to quickly diminish all your open orders right before the turn up of the holiday season. You need to make sure you're fully ready for holiday season orders to get them out quickly. You don't want to stop. You don't want to say, okay, no longer accepting holiday orders, and at the end of October. What? Are you already booked? Like, that's crazy, right? People don't usually shop that early, so you're gonna be missing out on a lot of sales. It allows me to treat each customer very well and communicate with them. I agree. 5 to 7 weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's still intense. Again, it's a very special product. I know your product, but never stop working toward faster processing times. Could Stacey afford to have a part-time, worker? Maybe not. I don't know. But I spoke to somebody a long time ago that was like up to her ears in orders. She was miserable. Customers were complaining about processing times. I'm not sure if she's on this call right now, but I said to her, enough is enough. Hire somebody, because I figured out she was making money. I'm like, hire somebody. That's your solution. Done. Okay? Anyway. So, to wrap it up, Amazon Amazon and many other companies is hurting your business because they're training your customers to expect things faster, to expect better customer service, so on and so forth. So what does that mean for you? You could carve your own path, sure, but most of the time it's very hard to, unless you're a whiz kid at marketing. Instead, you have to start learning how to play the game. Not tomorrow, but slowly progress. Okay? So can I get a consensus here? the people that are on this call right now, you don't have to be perfect at your game, right? You don't have to be shipping next day. You don't have to be top notch customer service, right? You don't have to be all those just yet. But who here is aware and saying, yes, I'm working on improving my game. I'm working on competing with, you know, this market that these big companies have carved, you know, for our customers, you know? Who here can say that? Just type below me. Who here is definitely has it on their mind, and it's slowly. I don't mean leaps and bounds. You know, once in a while we implement something and it's a leap and bound, but who is slowly working toward that? There's 35 people on this call, okay? So I want to see some me's in here. I'm hoping to see at least 30 plus me's comment down below. And if you are the person that says, no, not really having it on my mind, I am stuck in my ways, go ahead and reach out. Don't be embarrassed and tell me why. Tell me why. Why are you stuck in your ways? And if you're too shy to say here, no problem, message me privately and let me know what's going on. The reason why I'm doing this Facebook Live, as any other Facebook Live, I'm truly trying to help you. I don't want you to be, I'll just say it, hard-headed, stuck in your ways, thinking that there's no room for improvement. People got to wait for my product. I don't care. Amazon is ruining the people's lives. They're making us small business owners, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's the reality of it, okay? The market dictates what happens, not me. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what's the reality. Okay, we have quite a few me's. Love it. Okay, absolutely love it. And again, guys, you know, another example that we just mentioned not too long ago, customer service. David mentioned this. You may not be the person that offers the free item and takes care of the customer that way, but as long as you're working towards something that's an improvement of what you're currently doing, you know? And that's the biggest goal for me. And for you guys, I want that goal for you guys, right? This holiday season will run much more smoothly. Yeah, and sometimes Caitlin and everybody else out there takes experience, right? You learn from this holiday season, so next one you know exactly what to do. You know, fortunately, I'm growing every year nicely. So when I plan to buy supplies for this year, I didn't run out, but I was very close. But when I plan to buy supplies for this year, I'm going to buy more for the trend I'm at, and then I'm going to buy even more than that. Much more than that, because the worst case scenario is that I have still extra supplies up until past the holiday season. I'm fine with that. I just, you know, I learn. You know, I learned that, and sometimes it might not go as high. It's fine for me because I will eventually use the supplies for something else. But, you know, to make these decisions, not always can we make them without having the experience of a bad customer, you know, situation or a lost package or this or that. Sometimes we have to go through it. Sometimes we have to see people go through it, and then we learn and say, okay, let me implement this. Okay? I know, Stacy. Yes, I know. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Today is Friday. We didn't quite do a Q&A, but to wrap this up, let me mention a few things. One, I'm doing a Katy, Texas meetup, a mastermind meetup. So if you're interested in coming, there's a private location. It's gonna be very fun. Go ahead and either find the post below and say that you're in. It is at July 29th, Saturday, July 29th at 2:30, okay? And there'll be light food and drinks provided. It's going to be fun, a mastermind session. And it'll be in a private location, so comment in that thread, and I'll message you privately, let you know the location, the details, or just message me directly, let me know you're in, and I'll give you the details. That's number one. Number two. Oh, is today Friday? Yes, it is. Okay. Number two is Google SEO webinar is being pre-sold next week. Okay, so get ready for that. That's very, very exciting. And that's all I got, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.